Welcome to the funeral service of Frederick Earl Anderson Rochester. Tonight, we shall witness the reading of the last will and testament. 4 of his closest family and friends are arriving now. Their fate is in your hands.
Of Frederick Earl Anderson Rochester. Joining us tonight will be 4 of his closest family members, brought together thinking they would hear their inheritance to see if they were awarded anything in the will. Now won't they be surprised? Been gathered here this evening to pay your final respects and to reveal the sole heir to the inheritance of Frederick Earl Anderson Rochester. My client anticipated an untimely demise, so we prepared a video recording to be played once the 4 of you were gathered. Let's listen to his last words.
Hello. If you're watching this, it means I am dead. My representation has gathered you all here tonight, and you're about to find out which one of you will receive my entire fortune. Oh, Lilith, please stop crying. Must you overact in life as well? As I was saying, before my immense power and wealth is awarded to you, there is one matter we must resolve. One of you four, sitting here tonight, murdered me. So, we're going to play a little game.
I like games.
Tonight, we will reveal my killer. Each of you will plead your case, and this assembled jury will help decide who killed me. Was it Lilith, Baby, Manson, or my brother Bud? Who?
You are the assembled jury. You hold the fate of one of these people in your hands. Now, are you ready to play? Then let's begin. Now, as Kipling once said, the female of the species is far more deadly than the male. So let's start with you, Miss Rochester. You requested to have this funeral at night.
Well, I'm not a morning person.
And you were married to my client for...
13 years.
Now, Frederick Earl Anderson Rochester, my client was not your only husband, was he?
No,
You've been married before.
repeatedly.
How many husbands have you had?
Mine are other women's.
And your last husband, what happened to him?
He disappeared.
Disappeared.
That was his job. He was an illusionist.
But he never reappeared.
He wasn't very good at his job.
And the others, what happened to them?
All right. You see, men are all alike. Stupid. You want to know how to save a man from drowning? You take the boot from the backwards and that he had it coming. He had it coming. He had it coming all along. I didn't do it, but if I did it, how could you tell me that I was wrong? I loved Alvin Lipschitz more than I could possibly say. He was a real artistic guy, sensitive, a painter. But he was troubled. He was always trying to find himself, and every night he'd go out looking. And along the way, he found Brianna, Kelly, and Connor. I guess you could say we split up due to artistic differences. You see, he saw himself as alive, and well, I saw him as dead. He had it coming, he had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. I met my second husband, Ezekiel, from Salt Lake City, and he told me he was single and rich, so we hit it off right away. So we got married. He'd go to work, he'd come home, I'd mix his drink, we'd have dinner. It was like heaven with an open charge account. And then I found out. Single, he told me. Single? Ha! Not only was he married, but he had 6 wives! One of those Normans. So that night when he came home, I mixed his drink, and you know what? Some men just can't handle their own. He had it coming. He had it coming. He took a flower in his prime, and then he used it, and he abused it. If it was murder, it's not a crime. He had it coming, he had it coming, he had it coming, he had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. I bet you would have
You lure men to their deaths like a spider with flies.
Oh, flies are where they're most vulnerable. She did it! She killed Daddy!
Hey, not so fast. Yes, she has a strong motive, but so do the rest of you. Shall we continue? Now, on to the son. Manson, you are the only child of my client. You tried to start a band called Meat. Yeah, and when that went rotten, well, let's just say you developed an interesting relationship with your stepmother.
Oh, he loves me.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, but how did your father feel about that?
I'll come back to you. When I was 3 years old, my father said to me, "Oh, I know. Get out." Before that, he said, "Manson, don't trust women. Don't only rip out your heart with a spoon and throw it to the floor, and then stomp on it with one of their 100 pairs of uncomfortable shoes, and then throw it in a blender, and then suck it through a straw like one great big sick sexual smoothie."
Oh, stop your sniveling, straighten up, and sit down!
Stop telling me what to do. And I don't want you, and I don't need you. Don't bother to resist or I'll beat you. It's not your fault that you're always around. But we the ones are there to justify what's wrong. The beautiful people, it's all relative besides the sheep.
Yet sensitive performer trapped in an all-too-revolting affair with his stepmother. Did he kill his own father out of passion for this creature? Certainly suspect. But let's move on to our next suspect, the lovely Buffy.
Baby!
Yeah, whatever.
She did it!
I did not! I loved Daddy.
Now, wait a minute. Are you saying he was your father?
No, just my daddy.
Oh, that's just disgusting.
Oh, well, that's the pot calling the kettle burnt.
There's a word for people like you!
Yeah, well, there's several for you.
Girl! You're both pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Kinda.
He was everything to me. He was backing my album and an upcoming tour. But then he changed, and I was still locked into my contract. I was caught in a trap, and I couldn't walk out. But I would never too.
Child.
Can't get no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. But I try, and I try, and I try, and I try.
I can't get no
Satisfaction. I think I did it again. Maybe all in this place.
Oh, baby.
Might seem like a crush, but it doesn't mean that I'm serious. To lose all my senses, that is just so typically me. You drive me crazy, I just can't see. I'm so excited, I'm in too deep. Oh, crazy, but it feels alright. Baby, thinking of you keeps me up all night. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming to my show. Oh, I just love my fans. Thank you. Who wants an autograph?
Was our baby growing up and realizing her money train was moving out of the station? Or was she just an orphan looking for a new daddy? Could she be the murderer? Perhaps. But with 3 suspects down and only 1 to go, we turn our attention to Dear Uncle Bud,
Number.
my client's brother and ex-business partner.
Whoa, Mr. Hotel California. There was never any proof of that. Look, I left a good job in the city working for the man every night and day. So, Mr. Fancy Pants, you should back off. Because if you start me up, I'll never stop. So go ahead and jump. Oh, I said a jump.
Yeah, that's when my client decided to pull out and leave him without his financial backing. Like a calendar, he realized his days were numbered. Certainly a motive for murder.
You trying to make me look stupid in front of the others?
Oh, you do not need any help from me.
That's right. Look, I am not a killer. Just looking to have a little fun. Whatever happened to the night tonight? You went to Charlie and it felt alright. Seeing the things that caused me fight. Living in my life, I thought I was the fight. I used to go for private chick who'd go and listen to that radio. The saxophone blowing on a rock and roll show. I'm just a backseat, really had a good time.
You got a roving eye for the ladies, especially baby. Is that what caused you to murder your own brother? For whom the bell tolls. And so, we come to the moment of accusation. Now, all of these people are guilty of crimes, but only one of them is responsible for my client's demise. I now place his or her fate in the hands of the assembled jury. It is time now to decide who murdered Frederick Earl Anderson Rochester. Okay. You have heard their cases, and they have sung their motives. Let's review, shall we? Lilith, the not-so-loving wife of Frederick with a long line of failed marriages behind her. Could she be the murderess? Mason, the only child, sensitive and berated by his overpowering stepmother, who he may be in love with. We have seen his dark side. Baby, the opportunist with the heart of ice. Like the great Remora, all she needed was a bigger fish to suck upon. And Uncle Buzz, my client's brother and ex-business partner. He had everything to gain from his brother's demise. Oh, this is where the game gets good. Now, with the sound of your applause, you, the assembled jury, will now decide who in fact murdered Frederick Earl Anderson Rochester. Was it baby? Was it Uncle Buzz? Yeah. Was it Lilith? Was it Manson? The assembled jury has now reached a verdict. Lilith! Tell us why you did it.
He was the only man who could handle me. And then she came into the picture. They always cheat! All of them! Well, if I can't have him, no one can.
Dear Lilith, it's time for you to receive your inheritance.
So what now? Am I sentenced to death?
Ooh, there are far worse things than death.
Frederick, I knew you'd come for me. Let's do it how we baby. What?
Wake me swell. And there's not a one who can say this ended well. All those secrets you've been concealing, say you're happy now. What's more revealing? Now I gotta run. I'll see